Right now at 6, tracking traveling conditions. We are live on the roads with what you need to know as the snow continues.
And La Crosse residents scramble to stores to stock up on essentials.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Well, snow and wind are the main stories for us tonight, as we've got more coming tonight and into tomorrow. Let's send it straight over to Greg for the latest on our winter storm.
Well, you knew Mother Nature was going to get back to us for the nice December weather we had, because we're going to have another winter storm here that's hitting the area right now. And really, it's this evening when the heaviest snow is probably going to occur. We'll see that tail off overnight, and then it's the blowing and drifting that's going to be the main issue. Blizzard warning to the south is out to midnight. The winter storm warning for us is out till midnight, and then it changes to a winter weather advisory because that's because of the blowing and drifting tomorrow. And up to the north, that's also mainly due for that once the snow begins to taper off. Visibility out there, you can see 1 mile here at La Crosse. It's 1 mile pretty much everywhere, but you can see the road conditions pretty much snow covered on most locations. And overall, if we look at some other visibility out there, it's all generally 1 to 2 miles visibility with really the heaviest band overhead. And even out to the west too, you can see 0 visibility in certain areas too. So once again, travel is not recommended right now for a lot of the areas to go on. There's that band that's beginning to rotate up. It's still over the area. It's kind of in that darker blue towards La Crosse. That's going to begin to kind of lighten up here eventually in a few hours, but it's going to take some time. But that back edge of the snow will begin to approach the area probably around midnight, and then we'll start seeing just light to moderate snow. The heaviest stuff will be over with and shifting further east, areas to the west like in Preston, and those areas will probably just start seeing wind with occasional flurries or snow showers, and that'll be more as we go into Saturday, the snow shower thing. So once we get further on the broadcast, I'll break down how much snow we get tonight. Tomorrow, not a lot. The winds, the wind chill, and those cold temperatures that are coming too, and a cold week next week. Really, it's going to be cold, so welcome back to winter.
All right, thank you, Greg.
And as Greg mentioned, travel not advised right now, and that's due in part because we have seen evidence of accidents all across our DMA. Earlier today in Eau Claire, this white pickup truck ended up lodging itself into a group of trees off an exit ramp near I-94. Then in La Crosse, a couple of vehicles with damage on 4th Street near the Dahl dealership. A pickup truck looks to have lost control and struck a streetlight. These conditions have law enforcement concerned for public safety across our viewing area. Vernon County Sheriff Roy Torgerson is reminding drivers in his jurisdiction to avoid travel if you can, but if you have to drive, make sure you're going out with a full tank of gas, a fully charged phone, warm clothing, and emergency kits in your vehicle. The snow is also impacting travel, creating messy conditions across our region. News
8 Now's Jeremy Wall is in the Storm Runner with the latest. Jeremy?
Well, Emily, right now we're driving north towards Onalaska, and not much of a difference compared to the last time we were on the air. I would say a little less cars, but it's still a bit of a mess. Some of these roads not plowed yet. And snow appears to be still falling a little bit. If you are traveling, though, as you've heard, take it slow and be very cautious. And having the full tank of gas and the phone charger will be handy. We're going under the speed limit right now, super slow, as it is a little dangerous going the normal speed limit here with the road conditions the way they are. For now, live in La Crosse, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. We'll have another update on the road conditions tonight at 10. Flights at the La Crosse Airport have all been canceled except for 2. The airport's website is showing an American Airlines flight from O'Hare is still expected to arrive on time, and tomorrow's flight to Chicago is expected to depart on time. We'll keep you posted on its status.
Because of frigid temperatures and blustery weather, many schools and daycares were closed today, and we also want to make you aware of some other closures across the region. Vernon County Senior Nutrition Sites and ADRC Meals on Wheels in Trempealeau are closed. Aptive in La Crosse, as well as the county senior nutrition sites in both La Crosse County and Monroe County, are closed. Holman and Wafer food pantries have closed their doors today, along with Planned Parenthood and the YWCA Reach Center. For a detailed list of current closings and delays, you can just head to our website, news8000.com. That link right there on your screen.
Well, despite the weather, there are a few holdouts. The Onalaska High School says the show will go on. The Onalaska Show Choir Classic will be running despite the snowy weather.
Now, despite the cold, it didn't necessarily stop shoppers from hitting the grocery store to stock up ahead of the weekend. Folks were flocking to Festival Foods today, filling carts with essentials as they prepare to battle out the remainder of the winter storm. Store director Michael Gates says even though he thought business would be slower today, foot traffic actually surprisingly steady, and that it's not just the basic necessities flying off the shelves today. News 8 Now spoke with one customer who says what's getting her through the snowstorm and the bitter cold.
We're making soup, so I've got wings to hopefully put in the air fryer, then soup to get us through the rest of it.
Ruff adds she plans to do some house projects and watch the Packers this weekend. With the below freezing temperatures in the next couple of days, as Greg again alluded to, the threat of frostbite is one of several things that Wisconsinites could face over the next few days. News 8 Now's Michael Germain spoke with Gunderson and Tri-State officials on how to stay safe this upcoming week. Good evening, Michael.
Yeah, Ken and Emily, I spoke with Gunderson and Tri-State officials who say during the winter months they tend to see an increase in frostbite cases. As we enter the weekend, folks need to be aware of the staggering low temperatures and the risks that come along with it, like frostbite and hypothermia. Frostbite happens when your skin or the tissue below it begins to freeze, especially when your skin is exposed in sub-zero temperatures. Director of Tri-State Ambulance explains their protocols when they encounter someone with frostbite.
What we want to do is remove them from the environment, start the rewarming process, get their wet clothing off, get them warm and dry, and then transport to an appropriate facility.
Wendell also adds folks need to be cautious late at night, especially those leaving the downtown area and heading home. Now, officials also told me that you should be aware of hypothermia and exposing yourself for long periods of time in colder temperatures. Reporting live in La Crosse, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Michael.
Well, we are just days away from the first caucus of the 2024 election.
And with whiteout conditions across Iowa, it may affect the voting turnouts. Stay with us. That's next.
Hardee's Double Deals start at $2.99. Choose a double cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, or new barbecue bacon double cheeseburger. $2.99 never looked so good. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits. Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
It's the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Big savings on some of the best brands in furniture. We're clearing our showrooms to make way for fresh new introductions with hundreds of items reduced to their lowest prices ever. Dining rooms and bedrooms from Daniel's Amish and Canal Dover. Sofas and sectionals from Flex Steel and Smith Brothers. And dining by Canadel. Plus the area's best selection of top grain leather from Stressless, Palliser, and La-Z-Boy. It's happening now during the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Most of the U.S. is heading into the weekend with severe weather.
That's right. More than 70 million people from California to New York were under winter weather alerts Friday. That includes Iowa, where forecasters predict up to 10 inches of snow with wind gusts above 40 miles per hour. The storm caused whiteout conditions in some parts of the state.
People in Montana will really need to bundle up, or better yet, stay inside. Temps there could drop to 70 below. More than 55 million people will see temperatures below zero over the next few days.
And that's not the only weather-related issue. Roughly 35 million people on the East Coast are under flood watches from North Carolina to Maine.
Well, we mentioned Iowa. With the caucuses just a few days away, that weather is going to be a big factor. Blizzard conditions have forced candidates to cancel some events or switch to virtual rallies.
With temperatures forecasted to be in negative double digits on caucus night Monday, many are wondering how the bitter cold will impact voter turnout. Natalie Brand reports from Des Moines.
Heavy snow snagged campaign plans, with time running out for Republican presidential candidates to make their case to Iowa caucus goers.
We had to rearrange the schedule, but we're out working hard.
The weather did not stop Florida Governor Ron DeSantis from holding some campaign stops Friday, but the super PAC supporting him postponed other events. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley switched her rallies to virtual only.
I definitely know I'm not in South Carolina anymore. It is beyond cold.
Polls put the two candidates in a tight race for second place, well behind former President Donald Trump. The big question, how will record low temperatures forecast for Monday impact turnout?
The weather will probably affect some people from coming out. I think for the next couple days, people will probably just not want to be on the roads.
The storm comes as some Iowa voters are still trying to make up their minds, like Doug and Ann Goodall.
From talking to voters, it sounds like there's a lot of people still undecided right now. Why do you think that is?
I think a lot of people who might have been Trump before and don't want to vote for him this time are just trying to figure out more about the choices between Haley and DeSantis. I mean, that's where we are.
While Iowa is the first contest in the nation, the state's top pick doesn't often end up in the White House.
Only 3 times between the two parties has a caucus winner ever gone on to win the presidency.
Drake University political science professor Dennis Goldford says historically the caucuses do help narrow the field. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Des Moines, Iowa.
And if you're wondering which eventual presidents won an Iowa caucus,
some are Jimmy Carter in 1976, George W. Bush in 2000, and Barack Obama in 2008.
Well, don't go anywhere. Greg's going to break down the latest on this winter storm and what to prepare for this weekend right after this.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Nicolay Law, Russell Nicolay speaking. Yeah, I'm the guy on the billboards. You got me.
Whoa, 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 man. If they want the real Nicolay, Wait, you are the real Nicolay.
I'm the real Nicolay.
You're the real Nicolay.
I'm the real Nicolay.
You're the real Nicolay.
We're both the real Nicolay.
Hey, man, you better get back to that phone call.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, sorry about that. Just talking to myself. Yeah, you got the real Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help you. Yep, billboards, baby.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles and get one for $1.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
The top-notch teacher is really important to our organization. You know, our family's been giving back, and our team for 5 generations, over 100 years. Because our mission statement is to keep people moving. And as I think about the greater La Crosse region, our teachers is what keeps our kids moving, what keeps our community moving. And so it really aligns well with what we're about at Dahl Automotive, giving back. Our teachers are just so important, so if we can support them in any way, then that makes a big difference.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
All right, welcome back. We're going to be checking back in with Jeremy to see how the roads are looking. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, we made it to Onalaska. On I-90, I will say this, the roads aren't the greatest, but they are better than some other roads we've been on. Right now, we're on not I-90, we're on the road right by the Perkins in Onalaska going towards Valley View Mall. Better than the roads we've been on in La Crosse, similar to I-90, but not the greatest. And there is a little more traffic compared to what we have been seeing. People are still out and about, but they are using caution. The good thing is, though, we have not seen any accidents so far, and we have seen people taking these things seriously, slowing down, using caution, and doing whatever they can to be safe as they drive during these conditions. So we're approaching Valley View right now. Same thing as we've seen beforehand. Looks a little busy by the Hy-Vee. And that is the latest here in Onalaska. Emily, Ken, sending it back to you in the studio.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, it looked like he was going east on 16 near the mall. Good to see that, of course the snow has been coming down throughout the day, but with whatever the latest plow schedule was, you could see tire marks and a little bit of clearance on the road. So if you are driving, it looks like there's a little bit of space to make sure you can line your car up and potentially have some better traction than maybe some of the more rural roads.
Workers are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's send it over to Greg.
Yeah, let's get the latest.
Yeah, and I think that encompasses there's a big difference between urban and rural environments with this system. If you're in an exposed area in rural areas, the visibility is going to be far less than an urban environment too, and that's the big difference probably with what you're seeing out there, because we still got this system going on right now. It's beginning to wrap up, push further northeast. You can see the back edge of the snow over here in Nebraska. It's starting to break up a little bit, so that's the good news. We are going to see that rate begin to drop. This front extends all the way out to the west. This Arctic front has sagged far south, so the whole U.S. is going to get cold for the next week. There's really not going to be any place that's going to escape some of this cold weather, this Arctic blast that's coming through. So the alert days through tomorrow, it really transitions to snow, blowing snow. Once again, worst conditions east of the area, eventually south too, but overall it's still going to be dangerous conditions throughout the night. Winter storm warning turns to advisory at midnight because the snow rates start to fall. Blizzards out to about midnight, and we'll have winter weather advisories 3 p.m. up to Eau Claire. The winter weather advisory here to 6 p.m. and it's really for the blowing snow, the snow showers that could reduce visibility tomorrow. That'll be the main story. Won't see much in the way of accumulation, but tonight really it's that back edge that'll kind of sit right near La Crosse. Eastward, areas to the west probably won't see much in the snow. Areas to the east will continue to see the accumulation, but it should mainly be light after midnight with occasional moderate. But overall, it'll be the wind, the blowing, and the drifting snow that'll be the problem as you wake up. Notice the temperatures at 10 p.m. were about in the teens, the single digits, but they're going down, not up during the day as the cold air begins to push in. Once again, by the afternoon mid, we might see a line of showers, light snow, something to keep in mind if you're traveling, because it'll be changing visibility with these snow showers that continue to push through. By the time we get to the afternoon, we're in the single digits, most areas approaching 0 over Mankato. Once again, this light snow showers will continue with the winds also. Big story is we're going to be almost below 0 by the time we get to about 6 to 7 p.m. for some areas, and the conditions continue to fall. The good news, our temperatures won't fall too much with the cloud cover Saturday night, but you'll notice the wind chills will be there too. Snow showers, flurries probably continue. Snow amounts till tomorrow morning at about 7 a.m. 2 to 4 in most areas. Some of the higher places might get 4 or much, but you notice a real cutoff as you go further south and east. That's because accumulation is kind of tailing off. Tomorrow there's not much in the way of accumulation, a ½ inch to an inch. It just depends if you get under one of these snow showers. I do think a concentrated area northeast of Eau Claire to Black River up there may get 1 to 2 if we get that band that sets up there. We'll keep an eye on that, but otherwise it's really the blowing and drifting that'll be the problem. Winds still 20 to 25, especially in open country through about midnight, and then we'll start seeing them go down just slowly. Still, you'll see blowing and drifting, reduced visibilities. Tomorrow, the winds still around 15 to 20, so drifting will be a problem too in a lot of exposed roads along with the wind chill, and the winds continue all the way through Saturday night too. They will slowly fall off, but still pretty breezy. Wind chills, there you go for Saturday morning, all the way 5 to 10 below at 8 a.m. And they're only going downhill throughout Saturday. We will approach 20 below or colder with the winds as the temperatures begin to fall. That's the one other danger. You're going to be dealing with hypothermia type conditions as we go through Saturday night. We could approach 30 to 35 below, even colder, depending on how the cloud cover plays out in the temperature. So once again, it's going to be cold. And Sunday, we're still 11 a.m. We're looking at wind chills 20 to plus below zero as the temperature very struggles to get to zero in probably many locations. So once again, just bitterly cold conditions. So far, no wind chill advisories or warnings. They're out to the west, but that probably will change as we get closer to the event. And if you break down, that's what we're expecting. The temperatures, once again, fall in single digits tomorrow. The wind chills 20 to 30 below for most locations. The snow, really the accumulation kind of tails off after midnight, continues on Saturday, but blowing and drifting will continue Saturday and potentially more drifting on Sunday, which will cause more road issues as it continues to go on. So the other big story is the cold temperatures next week. We really don't do much. Let's climb up a few degrees, maybe the mid-teens, and then another front may come through Friday to send the temperatures back down, but we should be around the mid-20s. We're not going to be anywhere close to that probably in the next 10 days. And it's going to be cold. Sunday, Monday morning, we could see 20s, maybe a 30 below out there for actual temp. So it's going to be cold a couple days.
Absolutely. All right, Greg, thanks for the latest.
Thank you.
Coming up next in sports, a Packer preview of this wild card weekend against Cowboys and find out who's bringing home the latest play of the week. Cade is up next.
New windows can give you a whole new view of the world around you. Call today for a prompt free estimate from the Board Store Home Improvements, 782-8877.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
If you've been in a serious accident, you need a serious legal team. Bygoff and Rohde is the Western Wisconsin powerhouse. Attorneys who won't settle for less than you deserve. Call Bygoff and Rohde.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Cade Overton, filling in for Rob Schiff. For the second time this week, Mother Nature has decided to take over, which has led to all of our high school sports being canceled for the day, including the Midwest Player Classic games. Now, there are still games being played tomorrow down at the Lacrosse Center, but we've got a bit of a different schedule now, so be sure to double check the games if you are planning on heading down there tomorrow afternoon. Aquinas and Arcadia start the day at 10 a.m., followed by GET. Luther plays at 1, Onalaska plays at 4, Caledonia at 5:30, and Holman has the nightcap set for 8:30 p.m. I'll have action from some of those early games tomorrow night. Now tonight we've got the season debut for the UWL gymnastics team as they're hosting Simpson College over at Mitchell Hall starting at 6:30. A lot of expectations for this squad as they finished second at the NCGA championships last March, and they're looking to start this season off on the right foot. In just under 48 hours, the Green Bay Packers will be playing in some playoff football. I believe I have the wrong video up there, so the Packers versus Cowboys Sunday at 3:30. These two teams have faced off 8 times in playoff history, with both teams winning 4 games. But this year's game is going to be a tough one for Green Bay. The Cowboys have been one of the best teams in the league all season long, and they're even better at home. Now, the big question comes on the defensive end. Will the defense be able to slow down CeeDee Lamb? He's been one of the best wide receivers all year long and creates a lot of problems.
They do a great job of, put them in different positions to get the football. I think Dak's playing at a really high level. You could argue he's playing as well as anybody in the league. And there's guys around him as well that take pressure off of him.
Lamb led the league in receptions during the regular season at 135, 16 more than anyone else. Like LaFleur said, Dallas is always trying to find ways to get the ball in his hands, and we'll see if Green Bay has an answer on Sunday.
Your play of the week brought to you by Gunderson Health System, helping you love how healthy feels.
It's time for our play of the week, and we've got one of the nastiest pump fakes from Luther's Adam Scriver. Take another look at this. Gets 2 guys to bite and leaves him with maybe the easiest shot he'll have all season. Just so smooth with it. Luther got the win in this one as the defending state champs are off to a 7-2 start this season. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
At Doll Auto, we've had customers ask, why are your prices so low? The simple answer is, we price our pre-owned vehicles to sell. When you're shopping around, we want you asking, why are their prices so high? Doll Auto.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
God. What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open.
You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls presents Matt Stell. Don't miss this multi-platinum country artist live February 16th. Matt Stell with opening act Mason-Dixon Line. $35 tickets include $15 free rewards play. Available now on Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Matt Stell February 16th at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Must be 21 or over to attend.
How much time do you spend comparing prices on pre-owned vehicles? At Doll Auto, we're comparing prices every day, all week, all year. Because we want our price to be the best price by far. Doll Auto.
All right, looking at radar, you can see that moderate snow that's still over La Crosse, kind of the back edge towards Toma. Looks like the interstate's not seeing too much in the way of moderate snowfall. And as we go down further south, they are starting to see some breaks, and that's kind of what we're going to see more as we go on the night is breaks in some of the snow still continue, and that isn't, the winds are still a factor down there, but those blizzard warnings towards Iowa will start to lift here pretty soon. But we will see the blowing snow become more of the issue tomorrow instead of accumulating snow, and then the wind chill is the next big thing in the cold temps.
Okay.
Stay inside if you can, everybody.
Wear the cozy socks. We'll see you at 10.